Hey FlossTube, I'm Kathleen and this is StitchuationNormal episode 26. And I'm in a new spot. I thought I would test out, oops, that's loud. I thought I would test out a new spot today because, I don't know, I like the light here better, but this is where one of my children does their online learning, and so I thought, I like how the light looks on him when he's on his calls. So I was like, I thought I'd try it for my call. Anyways, oh, not my call. My FlossTube. I'm a stitcher in Southern Ontario for you new viewers, and welcome to the new viewers and welcome back to the old viewers. Not that old though, can't be that old because I haven't even been making videos for a year, but 1 year is coming up. I mentioned that last video and I've got to see how I want to celebrate, because I do want to celebrate because it's a big deal making videos for a year. So I have a lot of WIPS actually, and I have a new start, I have a little bit of haul, and I have a mom's minute. It's like a quilty mom's minute, so it's not my mom that quilts, so you'll have to see what that is. I'm gonna just do a couple comments and a little life update before we get started. So we are still in lockdown here. It has been extended 2 more weeks. I'm still doing online learning with my kids, which is really difficult. And so I decided to email the teachers and let them know that we're not going to be doing online learning on Wednesdays. I just decided Wednesdays we're going to take those off, not from school. They're still going to do all their work because their teachers have sent all their work. So I have the sheets. They're just going to let me know what sheets and what videos to watch, and we're just going offline that day basically. So this Wednesday was the first one. And it was, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen a photo that I posted of it, but in my story, so it's not there anymore if you go now, but I'll share it here now. My oldest was learning about waterfalls and nature and different nature-y things. And so I thought, there's a waterfall in our neighborhood, we can walk to it. So on Wednesday, we went on a 5K walk through our neighborhood and visited a local waterfall, and the boys had so much fun. I had so much fun. We went first thing in the morning. Well, first thing, we went at 10 a.m. It was not first thing. Especially my boys get up at 5:30. They wake up so early. So no, it was not first thing, but at 10 we went for our walk and they loved it. They didn't complain at all. They didn't whine. They didn't fight with each other. And I don't know, I thought that was a pretty long walk for them, but they did it, they loved it, we had such a good time, and they saw like so much nature, they had so many questions, and they saw so many birds. And then when we were leaving, so they were collecting sticks. They love bringing sticks home, which I don't love because then we just have a pile of sticks and they don't play with them after that. But they were picking them up on our walk. And right when we were leaving, my youngest went to pick one up and it like slithered away really quick because it was a snake and not a stick. And he just like jumped back, and that was the highlight of it. Wasn't, they loved seeing the waterfall, but then after they saw the snake was everything. They couldn't believe they saw a snake in nature, like not in like at the pet store, but a real snake. So that was our walk. They loved it. We're hoping to have another good Wednesday this week. I think we're going to be going to do a little bit of gardening. That's what we're going to do this Wednesday. So that's how I've been managing. It was still, by Friday I was still exhausted, but I've been stitching a lot as a way of unwinding from my days of online learning. And last week was Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of those that do mothering. I got breakfast in bed, and it was the best breakfast in bed. My husband and the boys, they made French toast, which is my favorite, with whipped cream and fruit and syrup, and oh, it was so good. And then we got to visit my mom because, so she had a student living with her, but the student's moved out now. So now that she lives by herself completely, she's allowed to join another household. So she joined our household. So we were able to do Mother's Day dinner at her house. And then yesterday I went to her house. Well, we went for a walk. We went to the cemetery. I know that sounds weird, but cemeteries are so beautiful, especially the one that we go to, which is the one that my dad is buried at. We do a good 5 to 6K walk through it, and we were doing that in the winter, and it was beautiful in the winter. Just all the trees, and there's so much like wildlife, like mostly squirrels and birds, but it's just so beautiful. And so seeing it in the spring, it was a perfect walk. It wasn't too cool, wasn't too hot. Long story boring, we had a good time. And yeah, that's we actually have several family members in that cemetery, so we visit everybody and we read a lot of the stones. I don't know, it's just fun. It's a good walk too, because in the winter it's paved, like, or not paved, it is paved, but it's salted so that you won't slip on ice. Anyways, so that's like basically the updates. The Tooth Fairy has visited here several times, so we're losing a lot of teeth. The boys are getting rich. Nothing else really. Like, we're just still on lockdowns for a couple more weeks, and hopefully this week they open vaccinations up to 30 and older. Right now it's 40 and older can get a vaccine, and we're opening it up to 30, I hope, this week, so fingers crossed. Yeah, that's it. Comments from last week. Thank you for all the comments you left my sister. She's the one that's gone back to work as a respiratory therapist. She volunteered and left her current position to work as a respiratory therapist, which is right, like, as frontline as you can get. So I sent her a lot of your comments and it brightened her day, so thank you so much for the love that you sent her. I keep hearing a tapping sound. Oh well, I'm gonna ignore it. I've mentioned before, when I hear sounds, I get very distracted. Anyways, last week I showed my fully finished object, well, it was pretty much fully finished, of Home for Christmas by Little Dove Designs, and I just wasn't sure if I should add a trim or what to do, so I asked you for advice and you all said yes, add the candy cane trim. So I'm gonna show you how it looks now. Here it is. Ho 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 sleigh. And maybe it looks crooked the way I'm holding it, but it's pretty good. So I added in this. This is what you recommended, and I think it finishes it well. So then I took this off of a hanging Santa from the dollar store, like a decoration, and it was like hanging by ribbon. I cut that off, glued it on, and I like it. It matches the red perfectly. I think I would have liked something maybe a little bit smaller, so I would have seen some of the white of the sleigh around. So I might change that up, but as of now, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I'll probably put some more of the candy cane here, like in the holes, to hang it, or I might just lean it on the shelf. But here it is, fully finished, Home for Christmas by Little Dove Designs. And I'll do a little zoom in. So the ho ho ho, don't look at the paint job, it's not the best. There it is. So that's a finish, and I'm so excited to have that for Christmas now. Okay, Mom's Minute. So Mom's Minute this week, I said it's Quilty. My sister, I have a sister that I haven't mentioned yet. I haven't shown any of her stitching. She does stitch. She's actually gotten more into embroidery the last few months, but she also quilts. And because it's May, which is my anniversary month, we'll be married 9 years this week, my husband and I thought I would share this for Mom's Minute, this quilt that my sister made, and it was our wedding present. So it's a nice lap quilt, and you're not going to be able to see it, so I don't even know why I thought I would show this. Every time I cover my face, I get so curious as to what you guys can see. So anyways, I'll just show. It's just regular quilting. I don't know what any of it's called. There's some really cute fabrics, flowers and birds, and my favorite one is, oh, where is it now? What? I don't know. I thought there was, oh, it's this one. I love this one. I love them all really, but yeah, this is just our fun wedding quilt, and then she did this funky interior fabric. Maybe if I back up, you can see it better. So yep, this is my sister. She's the second oldest, and this is the quilt she made for our wedding gift. So I thought that would be like still kind of like Mom's Minute, but again, like nothing's open right now. I'm not saving any stitches. I've showed you all that my mom still has of her stuff. And so this right here, this is a thrifted like basket thing that I use. That's where I put all my project bags. I slide them all in there. They don't all fit anymore though. because I have so many projects. But that's where I keep them. I keep it down here because this is where I stitch mostly. I usually sit right there. And the TV's right there. And yeah, that's my hangout. I don't know, I'm letting you guys know about what I do. My hangout, this is where I play the piano, of course. These are my plants that I haven't killed, that I can't believe I haven't killed. I've had this one, my neighbor got me this plant when my dad passed away. And so that's 2 years. Almost 3 years. It'll be almost 3 years, and I've kept that alive. So, and that one was from my 30th, so that's 2 years old. I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old plant, so I'm proud of myself. Okay, let's get into the WIPS because there's a lot of WIPS. What is that? Oh, it's the Home for Christmas sled. Okay, so I pulled out My Mother's House by Barrick. This is my oldest WIP. Yeah, this is my oldest WIP, and so I want to get it done because I really love it. I've picked out the initials I'm going to do, but I haven't put the initials in yet. But that's part of it that I had to plan, so I did that, and then I worked on it. And I will show you what I've done. So this is a 25 count cream Lugana, and I'm using the called for DMC. I'm stitching 3 strands over 2, which is overkill, and I did not need to do it. But I was so new to stitching that I was like, I need 3 for the coverage. So this is what I've got done. I've been working on this flower, and it's killing me because it's very confetti heavy, like not real confetti, like it's not singular, but it's like 3 to 4 and then a different color, and the chart isn't colored, it is black and white, and I don't remember what the symbols are, and all the colors are very close. So it's tricky. I started a little bit of the words at the bottom, and I added in all this black here. And I think for this one, what I've had to tell myself is that this is a stitch piece that takes time. This isn't a quick stitch, and if I had made a working copy of the chart, it probably would be faster because then I could like highlight what I've done, but it's so hard for me to landmark with these colors because it looks like maybe 2 colors here, but this is like 3 or 4 different colors in here. And so I'm trying to fill it in, but it's just slow, and now that I've accepted that it's a slow process for this one, it's going better. So, My Mother's House by Barrick. There is a big house that I have to stitch still too, and I don't know, I'm gonna work on that flower. I want to get that flower done. So that's my first WIP. I have been working on the Made to Create Mystery Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and there are 4 parts out so far. The 5th part is coming out soon, so I'm trying to catch up on it, and this is what I've got. I put in this C, which is the paint palette, and I put in this spool here. I still have to do the measuring tape, which I mentioned before is going to be a little bit difficult. There's the cutest little cupcake that goes right here, and I'm really excited to put that in. And then there's like I think I have to put a string over the top, and then I'm caught up, and then there's 2 more parts, so probably the T and the E. Pardon the wrinkles, I don't iron until I have to. So there it is. It's getting there. I think I did the even weave, and yes, I ordered the even weave because they have the full kits, right? And then it's the called for DMC. And the needle minder, which is so cute. So that is something else I worked on. Oh, I forgot to tell you something about My Mother's House. Right when I looked at it just now. This is a bad luck piece for eating. I eat a lot of chocolate at night when I'm stitching. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I have got 2 or 3 different times I have got chocolate on it. And I haven't tried to wash it out, but I will have to wash it out. You can probably see like right there. It's in this area every time too. Here. I'm gonna try and just wash it out. I'm sure it'll come out, but it's Cadbury chocolate. Every time I eat a Cadbury bar, I somehow get it. The one was my fault. I was being stupid. I had chocolate in my mouth, and this song came on, and my husband was listening to it, and I wanted to just sing this part, so I started singing it, and it was so gross. It was a bad choice. So yeah, that's My Mother's House. Also on the to-do list, get the chocolate out of that one. Okay, so those are 2 of my WIPs. I have more. What? How? Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. If you remember, Merritt, Crawford, and I are we're hosting a stitch along, Strawberry Pickin' 21 Sal, and everyone's welcome to join. On Instagram, you just use the hashtag Strawberry Pickin' 21 Sal, and then we can all see what everyone's working on. I love looking at what everyone's working on. You just pick any chart that has strawberries in it, and you can stitch it. So this is the one that I chose, and I started. We started on the first day of spring. And I can't remember what day that is. March 21st? March 20th? April? Everything's a blur these days. So this is what I've got done on it so far. I'm stitching it on a 28 count light taupe. Light taupe what? I think it's Lugana. Yeah, it's Lugana. And I put all the little details in on this side, so I filled this in. I put the little gate in. I put the gate in, I put the bird in, this big strawberry, and love it. If you remember, I switched out the colors of the gate because they were too dark for my liking, and I'm doing this with the DMC, not the overdyed. So I switched out all of these colors, and I really like how they're coming along. So I'm excited to work on that more. That one's a very fun one to stitch. Okay, next we have Riley Harbor by Kathy Barrick. Another Kathy Barrick. And this is what I've got done on it. Does it look like I did anything? It's like I'm stitching this on 18 count fiddler's cloth, and I'm using the called for DMC with the exception of I'm using Clouds by Almond M&M's here, and I'm using Hand Dye by Rolanda for the whale here. But it's so small, like every stitch is so small, so it just like doesn't look like I've done as much. But I put in this whole house, this house here. That's what I did. And I put in like 2 rows of the whale. And I love it. It's gonna take me a while to do this piece, but I'm loving it. I think these are the biggest houses. And then the rest are like smaller ones like this one. So that'll feel better when I'm doing it, I think. I hope anyway. So yeah, Riley Harbor. And so I'm doing the 3-day on rotation. So I'm working on a piece for 3 days, and then I move on to the next piece, and I'm loving it. I've been doing that since March. March Stitchy Madness ended, so I guess technically April. What month is it? It's May, okay. It is May 16th, everybody, 2021. And then my last WIP that I worked on, which I only got 2 days because today would have been the 3rd day, but Little Women, of course, I have to get that one in. And it's by Michael Jolly. If I didn't say that, I don't remember what I said, even though it was 2 seconds ago. And I have been working on Meg. She is our lady in yellow. And this is what I have done. Oh my goodness. I had it folded backwards. I normally have it folded the right way. This is what I've done. So I put in all of this the last couple days, like the different yellows. So we can't really tell because of my beautiful Little Women needle minder, but I was covering it. But this is, so she's doing her embroidery and she's gonna come out this way. I'm gonna show you like the whole, this is how big it is. And I'm like, if you remember, I was like really stuck on like finishing the full coverage page. There's a couple full coverage pages, but the middle full coverage page, and I was like, why am I doing this? Just do what you want to do. So I started going on to like other pages now. Also, this is my second oldest WIP. This was a birthday start last year for me, and there's things that I did, and I'm like, why did you do that? Like, so I'm gonna show you my back. Look at this. So I'm going to take that out, obviously. Why would I do that? Like, that's like a big dragging. I don't like that I did that, so I am going to take that out and change it, but I love this piece. I have a whole lot of back stitching, so when I do the back stitching, maybe I won't feel that way, but I love it for now. I love working on it, and someone, I'm sorry, I forget your name, I forget who it was that said it, but she was like, I hope I get to see that finished in my lifetime. I'm 83 years old, and I was like, well, I gotta get stitching if you want to see it, because this, I could see this taking someone many, many years. I could see this taking someone a lifetime to stitch, but I make sure I get my 3 days in every, what was that? Shadow. Can you tell I get so easily distracted? Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Okay, and then I have a new start. So I have a bunch of Hello from Liz Mathews charts that I want to start, but I was just like, need the perfect fabric. And I kind of took a break from dyeing fabric, even though that's what I need to do, because I have Quaker Snowflake and I have Quaker Pumpkins, and I want to do those Honeybee Stitcher, Morgan, and Evelyn across the pond, Evelyn, they are doing Sal for the Quakers. I think I'm not going to try and guess. I'll put it right here, the name of the hashtag, so I do want to join in on that. But I started a different one until I joined in on that one. So I started for Auld Lang Syne, or it's just Auld Lang Syne, I guess, by Hello from Liz Mathews. And this is like a nice New Year's one for me. That's what I thought. Oh, there it is. It's the glare of this. I can see it like right there. Anyways, yeah, it's a nice New Year's piece. So I was like, I'm just gonna start. I just was like, I'm starting a new piece today. So I had this opalescent cashel. It's 28 count linen that I picked up at Stitch It Central when I visited right before lockdown, and it's just perfect. It was one of the remnants, and it's like the perfect size. So this is my start on it. I did a middle start. I've been doing a lot of middle starts lately, so this is my start. It's the U. I only did one night on it because it was not part of the plan to start it, but I was just like, I do what I want. So you can see it's the U here is what I've done. Oh, it's right on the, I really creased it to get the middle piece, but yeah. Doesn't it look nice on that glittery, like, oh, it's gonna be so nice to hang up during the holidays. But yeah, I gotta get cracking on it if I wanna hang it up, but it's a really nice piece to stitch, really fun to stitch for me anyways. It's just DMC black, like 310, and I just love how it looks with the glitter. I don't know if you can see, I think you can see it. So yeah, this is the 28 count opalescent cashel linen, opalescent white. So it's gonna be a tight squeeze, but it's gonna fit on here, and I'm looking forward to working on it more and more and more. So those are my WIPs. I have a bit of haul, and it's fun. So I'm in a few Facebook destash groups for cross stitch buy and sell, and because I love a good glitter fabric, I've got this 20 count. It's a little piece of 20 count ivory gold Bellana. What's Bellana? I don't know, but it was this piece and this odd 25 count mystery, don't know what it is. And it's just very long, but I have a few pieces where I could use a long strip like this. So I ordered that from the same lady. I just ordered those two pieces from her. Now I don't know how I'm supposed to fold this back up. There we go. Yeah, so I ordered some fabric because like I've mentioned before, I don't have a ton. I'm thinking I don't have a ton of like non-Aida fabric. I still am stitching on Aida. I still like Aida for certain things, and especially 18 count. I don't mind that at all. But I wanted to have a few different fun pieces, so I ordered these. And then I was a little busy on Etsy. I found this new Etsy shop, and I think, so it's Plum Pudding Needle Art is the name that she uses. It's Barbara Smith Cooley. She's on Etsy. I'm gonna link the Etsy shop in the description below. So I ordered Autumn in New England, or I didn't order it. You can just buy it, and it's an instant PDF download. So Autumn in New England, aren't those cute? I think it was this one that I just loved, the Give Thanks. This one says fall, if you can't tell. And this, I just like the ABC XYZ. So that was one of hers that I ordered because they're really reasonable and I really like them. And then this Christmassy one. Christmas sampler in red. Plum pudding needle art, yep. So, sorry, there we go. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men. And then from a different shop, this is from Stitch to the Past. Stitch to the Past on Etsy, which again I will link below. I ordered this for my son, the one that he started stitching his whale. I ordered this to stitch for him though, because he asked if I would cross stitch him something. And it's Among Us. I don't know if anyone else has kids or grandkids that are obsessed with Among Us, but it says IDK, that's kind of sus, which is, I don't know, that's kind of suspicious in cool kid talk. But yeah, he plays Among Us a lot, and we really do have to keep an eye on him when he's playing that because there's like a chat in there and a lot of violence. Like I don't like when he's telling his class about Among Us. He's like, yeah, and then we killed this guy. And I'm like, okay, let's not do the killing talk during school. Let's let them think I'm a good parent, right? And then, so like, we know Liz Mathews, if you follow her on Instagram, loves stickers, and she has shown this book so many times, and I know a lot of you have this book. It's the Antiquarian sticker book. I ordered it from Amazon, and I love it. Like, I just love the stickers. I've cut some out already, and like, I put them in like birthday cards and stuff. So I ordered that, some sticker stuff. And then also Liz Mathews enabled me. Is this what people say? Liz Mathews made me do it? You say whoever like enabled you and then you say they made you do it. She didn't really twist my arm, but she did. So this is from Paper Minty Studio, and so this is how it came. It came really cute. Well, it came in an envelope, and then you open the envelope and you're like, oh my gosh, there's this like really cute packaging. Like look at their little stickers. They do stickers, right? And you're not gonna believe these. So they sent these little flowers as like a thank you for ordering. And then there's like a note. Hello, Kathleen. Thanks for ordering. I'm doing weird voices today. I don't know what's happening. And then because Liz was ordering stickers for them because she does like calendar stuff. Like she makes her calendar. I don't know what you call it. There's videos on YouTube about it though. And so she like kind of whispered in their ear like, you know, a lot of cross stitchers love stickers and here's some ideas maybe. And they made FlossTube stickers. Like, look, that's FlossTube. That's a computer watching FlossTube, and there's a project bag, and there's like thread drops and scissors and just everything. So I ordered these. Even the Krynic, I think that's Krynic. Oh no, maybe it's regular floss. It looked like it could be Krynic, but yeah, how fun. So I will link the shop, so if you want to pick up these sheets, you can do that as well. And I think that's it for haul. Yeah. That's it for haul. I'm filming again on Sunday, as you know, because Monday I'm doing online learning, but I didn't want to miss a visit with you guys like I've said before, so here I am. Happy Sunday. Who do I think I am trying to take the Sunday spot of FlossTube, right? Elizabeth Ann can stitch. Liz is on vacation, so I'm like, I'll take her spot. She'll be back though. Anyways, I haven't really been watching FlossTube because I just haven't had the time emotionally to watch it. So I'm often just like laying with no anything or cross-stitching with a movie so I can escape. But I'm looking forward to watching more and more FlossTube, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys what you're working on. Follow me on Instagram at StitchuationNormal, and then you can send me messages on there and you can see what I'm up to. My apple tree blossomed, lots and lots of blossoms, so that's kind of some exciting news I forgot to tell you. But anyways, now I'm just rambling. I don't know. This is like, my mom and I call each other pretty much every day, and we used to have lots to talk about before COVID, and now that it's COVID, it's like, I don't know, it's just nothing. There's nothing new to tell you, nothing happened, just same old as yesterday. So I'm just desperate for conversation. That's why I'm keeping this going. Anyways, So follow me on Instagram at StitchuationNormal. I'm going to link my email address below. Well, I'll just tell it below. And then I'm going to link all the shops and all the charts, everything I mentioned, in the description box below, so that if you want to check out anything that I showed, you can do that. This was episode 29. I can't believe it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and there's something else I think I'm supposed to tell you to do, but I don't remember what that is, so that's okay. Keep stitching your story, and I will see you next time.